Welcome to the Lou Blakely Show. You're in the right place if you're a service provider who is ready to transition into a more freedom-based business model with digital products. In this podcast, I share with you a unique combination of launch strategy, energetics, and mindset to create true, long-lasting success. It's time to ditch the burnout for good, create the business that you truly want, and share it with the world. Let's get started. Hello and welcome to episode 15, where I'm going to be talking about the secret to finding alignment and flow. So I've just completed the 5-part digital product series, which was episode 10 through to episode 14. And if you listened to that, then you'll know that there's really no one best type of digital product to create, best type of online course. Like, it really does depend on different circumstances for you specifically. So in this episode, I wanted to kind of talk about how often in the online marketing space we can find ourselves in the kind of should zone. And that can also mean that we're out of alignment. We feel like nothing is flowing, like it's a constant push. And that's not a good place to be. So how can we actually get out of that and get back to a place of alignment and where we feel like everything is just flowing? So I think in the online marketing spaces that we've had quite a lot of conditioning as well, which doesn't help. Like, we're constantly bombarded with this being the best strategy, follow my way, do it my way. And if you don't, you're not going to get success. But if you do it my way, you're going to get to where you need to go very quickly and your success is almost guaranteed. Now, if you've been doing this for a while, you've probably tried a few different things and actually realized that your success is not guaranteed by following someone else's system. And I think that's massive, and we cannot underestimate the impact that has on us feeling out of alignment. And I think that we almost need to go through a deconditioning process where we no longer feel pushed to follow the kind of urgency that is thrown at us all the time, and actually sit with, well, what is best for me? And that is something that I am so passionate about, and that I 100% believe is that it is actually up to us to create exactly what we want and designing our business to suit the life that we want to create, rather than just being busy for the sake of it, and hitting or aiming for financial goal after financial goal, which is all well and good. But there's no point doing it if you're going to burn out and literally despise what you're doing as a result of that. Like, that's not a good end result for anyone, because we do actually get to have financial freedom and do it in a way that totally works for us. These that we can use that are successful in terms of attracting people, making sales, that kind of thing. So we actually have the option to choose something that feels freaking amazing to us, that works with our personality, that is aligned with where we actually want to go. Because for some people, like I said before, it is actually about maybe you want to get your time back. Maybe you really need to nurture your health at the moment and you don't have as much time to be working at your desk from 9 to 5. So what is it? Like, maybe it is financial. You just want all the monies, which is totally okay. Like, it is all okay, but we get to design our business based on that. Sometimes I feel, because of this conditioning that we've had in the online marketing world, that the word strategy does not get associated with alignment and flow. But the reality is, your strategy is exactly what's going to give you alignment and flow, as long as your strategy is your own. So I think we need to ditch this idea of taking on other people's strategies and expecting us to just fit into them, to love them, to fully enjoy life while we are implementing other people's strategies. The real secret is you've got to create your own, and you can create it exactly how you want. I can't say that enough. Like, you really can create whatever you want. The thing is to actually spend the time getting clear on what you want, creating the vision, and then crafting your unique strategy to fit in with all of that in a way that's actually going to help you achieve what you want. So in the context of like online courses and digital products and that kind of thing, in your own strategy, you get to choose things like what kind of products you're going to have. Are you going to have multiple products or just one big product? Is it going to be something that's perpetual, like never ends, like a membership? Or is it going to be something that you do once, you sell, and then people are fully self-study in there? You also get to choose how you're going to grow your audience, because there's so many different ways that you can do that successfully. And luckily, not all of them include social media. I know a lot of people are feeling pretty sick of social media at the moment. You can also choose like what kind of pre-launch events you can do. So some people love doing webinars and masterclasses, or others love doing paid workshops where you charge a small fee and give a workshop to a smaller audience and then sell. At the end of that, you can do a challenge if you really love interacting with people and getting to know people, and they can either be paid or free. So it really depends. Like, there's so much you can choose. We can really design this to suit you. So we really do get to create it all to suit us best. This is our strategy. So instead of trying to outsource strategy, you really need to come back to yourself to create strategy, your strategy. And in the past year, I've also been using human design to work on my own strategy to really learn how to utilize my existing soul blueprint, they call it in human design, to actually figure out how I can use that to my advantage. And it is really about doing less and getting more. It's not always hard work equals results. It is actually being in strategic alignment that gets results. And there's actually one more secret. It's simply to get started, get moving, start where you are, and get into action. Even if it doesn't work straight away, the law of action starts to take effect. So that law says that every action we take creates a result. And the law of action also says that if we do nothing, then nothing will happen. So stop overthinking, ditch the perfectionism, and just start moving. Like I said, every action we take creates a result. Sometimes that result is not what we thought it would be, but it gives us lessons that help that next action be way more in alignment. So taking action is the first step to getting into alignment. We can't wait for alignment to come or flow to come and then take action. It doesn't happen that way. We find it through taking action. Now, if you've listened to this episode and you're thinking, yeah, it's time to create my own strategy, but you feel like you need support and help in regards to creating a strategy that is actually going to suit you and also be very effective at getting you to where you want to go, well, that's where my VIP launch days come in. So that they are a 5-hour deep dive of coaching with me where we will work together to take your vision, your desires, your current digital product or the one you want to create. We take all of that into consideration and turn it into your unique launch strategy. So this is a deep dive and you will leave with everything mapped out exactly how you want to do it. How in a way that is going to be very aligned for you, but also get you the results that you need to, inspire you and keep you on track. So it is tailored to exactly where you're at right now. I have done VIP strategy days for people with no product yet, and we've actually in those 5 hours mapped out the entire digital product from start to finish, and they have also left with their launch strategy. I've also helped people who have already got a product, but they may have tried to launch it, didn't really have an offer, so we've built the offer around it and worked out how to position it and all of that stuff so they walk away with that really thorough launch strategy right from start to finish that feels amazing to them, therefore they're actually going to go and do it, and this could be you. I've also done VIP strategies with people who are already doing 6-figure launches but their launches have become really out of alignment for them. So we've redone their strategy to really come back to what they really truly want. And sometimes that means going evergreen, and other times it's changing your launch strategy. And I say all this to reflect that it doesn't really matter where you're at. This launch strategy is designed for anyone who is thinking about launching or already is launching and wants to improve when it comes to digital products. So if you're interested in doing a VIP strategy day with me, a deep dive into creating a strategy that feels amazing, then go to louiseblakely.com/VIP, and all of the details are on there. And I will include the link to that in the show notes as well. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Today I did a bit of something new that I haven't done yet. So far with the podcast, obviously I'm up to episode 15, so it's still very new. And today I just freeballed it and went with the flow, and it was so different because so far I've been writing outlines in every episode. So I would love to know what you think. Did you enjoy today's episode more or less than the episodes that you've listened to so far? I'd really love to hear it. I feel like from my perspective, it's been a whole different experience just hopping in front of the mic and chatting. But yeah, it's definitely come from flow. You can definitely say that. So I'd love to have feedback. Just DM me on Instagram at @LouBlakely_, and hopefully I will see you on the next episode. Thanks, course creators and go-getters. You're incredible, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit subscribe in your podcast app so you don't miss an episode. If you'd like to find out more about what I offer, head across to loublakely.com. See you next time.